The Weapons Collective Edge. Welcome to the Weapons Collective Edge. Today I am working on making some bamboo arrows. And first thing I do is I buy bamboo. It's a 4-footer, and just buy it off Amazon or wherever you can find it, hardware store. And looking for 5/16 to maximum of 3/8. But the 5/16 even spines are pretty high. For spining an arrow is how much it flexes and how the distance is it travels, and then you can look at a chart. But these flex a lot more sturdier, stiff than I would say wood ones do. So I would go more on the 5/16 side. I've gotten 50-pound arrows at 5/16. So, and I've had some that are 3/8. They're like 100-pound arrows. But first thing I'm going to do is straighten these. So I just use a kerosene lamp, and I've got a bender. Get that going. Get a decent flame. So I've got a spot right in here that needs to be flexed. Just heat it back and forth. And then when that gets warm enough, I can flex it. Get it to straighten. You can feel it kind of flex underneath your hands. Get that one warmed up again. Right there, flexed real nice. You can see that's a little straighter. Just keep doing that. I've got a spot right on one of these knuckles. Heat that up. Knuckles I try to do first, just because they tend to get the most amount out of the bend. You straighten all the knuckles, you're almost done. Right there, got that much straightened up. Just keep going along the whole thing till you look down it. You can see that everything is even. You're still going to have a bump where the knuckles are. The bumps, nothing you can do much for those. You can sand them down a little bit, but if you sand them too much, like you sand them the same diameter as the rest of it, they can get weak in that spot. And then you've got a damaged arrow basically. But right there, that one's pretty straight. And it just took that much time. But I'll finish that up, and then I'll turn back on and we'll see where we're at after that. So after I get this all straightened out, I end up with something like this. I've already glued a tip on, and I've spined this arrow at about a 42-pound arrow. I cut them to 31 inches long. You can cut them to whatever, between 34 and 28. 28-inch draw is the standard for measuring the poundage of a bow. And so if I took this and drew it, you can see that it just hangs a little bit past my hand. That way this arrow is long enough that it won't come past my hand when I do a full draw. And it has like a little pencil sharpener here that you sharpen your ends with. Come in there, get that sharpened, and that will make it so you can do a tip and you can do a knock. So once I get that knock, tighten that on there, and then I'm going to glue on a feather. So you line that up in this jig. This is a Bitzenburger jig. It's got a 2-degree helical, which means it makes the feather twist when you put it on, and that way it spirals when it is shot. I load it in my jig. Get that all loaded in like that. I've got a line, if you see it on the camera, where I line them up each time. So at this spot right in here, I line it up to that, and that way when it seats on here, they're all even. Glue, I've been using crazy glue. I have used Fletch Tight, and this is just some Fix All adhesive by Super Glue. Just put a little line all the way down the length. Usually a stickier gel-like glue works nice because it takes up the space. Something really runny like regular crazy glue, so it might not be thick enough, but slide that on, seat it down on the magnet, push it down and seal it, and there we are. I'll show you what we got. So right through there, that gets lined up, and that's on a helical like I said. Let that dry. Usually takes 20 to 30 minutes to get a good glue, depending on what kind of glue. You might have some sort of fast setting glue, but finished product, you're all done. Got a couple sets of those. You can see the helical through there, and I'll put a little dab of glue on the end of each one of these and on the end of each one of these just to get it to seat, and then you'll put that knock on and that'll be a finished arrow. And it's moderately straight. There's still a little bend right in there I need to fix, but it'll shoot and it'll do the job. So that's bamboo arrows, and I'm hoping to make a couple of dozen. So if you like this video, please subscribe, and I'll catch you later.